Social Zoom Factor, episode 254.
Driving results in business these days takes something special. It's a combination of the right info and the right energy. Pam Moore has both and is here to help you avoid the pitfalls and guide your business and life by leveraging and integrating social media, powerful branding, and digital marketing. Welcome to Social Zoom Factor. Now it's time to live life zoomed.
Are you a small business owner, entrepreneur, or work on a corporate team and tired of wasting money on social media training courses that are nothing more than random videos thrown up on a wall like webinar spaghetti? Finally, there's a solution to get you on the fast track to social media business success and help you learn how to generate brand awareness, leads, and sales without breaking the bank. Visit socialprofitfactor.com and use coupon code ZOOM. Again, that's socialprofitfactor.com, coupon code ZOOM. Hey there, Zoomers, and welcome to Social Zoom Factor. This is your host, Pam Moore. All right, today we are going to talk about the power of engagement. And my question for you is, are you focusing on the metric of engagement? How focused are you on the metric of engagement? And if you are focused on people engaging with your content publicly on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, you name it, why are you focused on the metric of engagement? I want you to think about that. Are you focused on the metric of engagement because somebody has told you that's what you need to focus on? Or are you focused on the metric of engagement because you know that is a metric that matters to your business? So hopefully, as you know, you may not know, or you may know, if you follow me and you listen to my content, watch any of our webinars, you likely know that Facebook this year made some huge changes and announcements, and they are really pushing brands and people to focus on the metric of engagement. And they're saying the key metric we're looking at is engagement. We want to see engagement on your content. That is how your content is going to get seen. Okay? So here's what's happened. Because of that announcement from Facebook, there are many, many brands and many people who are now over-focusing on engagement. They're now hyper-focusing on making sure that they try to get engagement on their content in a public way on Facebook. However, although many of them are spending loads of money doing this on content, on staff, on measurement, on tools and technology, you name it, they're not having a lot of success. And they come to us and they say, Pam, what's happening? Like, we are not getting engagement. So I want to talk you through today what may be happening and maybe question the fact whether engagement publicly is what you need to be focused on. So in some industries, it could be that your audience is not interested, your ideal customer is not interested in engaging with your content in a public setting, okay? I recently spoke at an event where there were over 3,000 director level and above, a lot of vice presidents, CMO type of people, over 3,000 of them. After this announcement happened from Facebook, and I asked them, raise your hand and tell me if you engage publicly on content at least once a month on Facebook that is for business. Okay, so if you're engaging publicly with content on Facebook, on business pages or whatever it may be, maybe 3 people raise their hand out of 3,000 plus. Okay, that is 100% my target customer. So when you think about that as an example, should I be focused on public engagement on Facebook as a metric for my success in the digital and social world? The answer is no, absolutely not. Okay, so my ideal customer does not engage publicly on a regular basis. My colleagues do. But when I look at our agency Marketing Nuts and the people that hire us for training and consulting and the other types of work we do in the branding and the content, they are not the type that engages in content publicly. And I'll tell you, 99% of the people that have hired us have never engaged with our content in a public way. Okay? However, they are engaging with my content, but they're doing it through things like listening to my podcast. Okay? We've had over 1.6 now million downloads of our podcast. That's a lot of downloads. And so those are people that have listened to my episodes. They've been downloaded 1.6 plus million times. Okay. They also subscribe to our email list that's now over 60,000. They read my blog. They watch our videos, right? They open up our emails. We know what they're doing. All of our sales are inbound. We don't have an outbound sales team. Okay. So our leads all come inbound. We know our content is working. When it's not, we modify it and we optimize it. So if I were to hyper focus on engagement right now, just because Mark Zuckerberg tells me that I need to, and I focused on engagement publicly on Facebook, that would be wasted effort for me. However, I have a lot of lurkers, so I still will publish content on Facebook. I know it's getting seen. I know when I post content on other platforms like Instagram and LinkedIn, that content's getting seen. I know that on LinkedIn, I can post a video and I get anywhere from 500 to 50,000 plus views of that video almost overnight. Same thing with public content that I put on LinkedIn. It can be a quote. It can be something that I share. My LinkedIn's on fire, right? It has more engagement a lot of times than Facebook does publicly, because my audience they feel more comfortable engaging there publicly than they do on Facebook, because they don't want to share their personal profile page with everybody on Facebook. Okay? So, and they don't want their competitors to know. I mean, they have a whole list of reasons. We know because we've talked to them. We've asked them. I know my customer. I know my dream customer. I know what they want and need from me. I know how they engage on the social web. I know how they engage in the platforms that we own. So you never, ever want to build your business on rented land, okay? So you can't only focus on what Mark Zuckerberg tells you to do. You need to make sure that you are building out an integrated platform, a social digital platform that's connected to the pieces that you also own. You need to be looking at metrics of engagement on your own blog. You need to be looking at things like Google Analytics. It's a gold mine for data. Then you marry that up with Facebook. You marry that up with the insights you have on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and all of these platforms together. Integration is where it's at. So you can't listen to the gurus, as we talked about in a recent episode. You can't take one blog post you hear from a leader in your industry as, the holy grail for your strategy for the next year. You've got to take ownership. It's not what technology can do for you, but what you can do with the technology. So as you go into, this next cycle of planning, if you're listening to this, at the end of the year and you're getting ready to think about the new year coming, or maybe it's the first of the year and you're kicking it off, I want you to really take a new lens in how you look at the metrics you're choosing. And engagement has a lot of hype right now, and I'm just seeing it waste a lot of time and budgets and resources from brands of all sizes. And I want to encourage you to be very careful with that. Now, engagement is important, okay? And for some industries, we have to have engagement publicly. We just need it, right? And depending on the platform, you're going to get more engagement or you're not, but you need to define, what does that engagement mean to you? It may not mean a comment. It may mean a click through. It may mean a subscribe. It may be a watch, a view, a listen. Only you can determine what those metrics are, or what that important engagement key performance indicator is for you and your brand. Own it. Own your plan, own your strategy, own the results. You need to own your success. And when you do that, I'm telling you, you won't be working 24 hours a day. You won't have to be online 24 hours a day. You're going to get your life back. Right? We've helped a lot of people and businesses get their life back. And I'd love to see you do the same thing. So go, if you need help, get the help. Go check us out at our Social Profit Factor Training Academy. We do exactly that. I'll help you put together your strategy and your plan in the next 30 to 45, 60 days, depending on how focused you are. You can knock it out in less than 30 days if you get focused, but I can help you put together a plan and a strategy that's going to make certain that you are choosing those right metrics for success and that you are not hyper-focusing on shiny objects and metrics that really are not going to matter to your business. Focus is the key. Less is more. Be something to somebody, not everything to everybody. Know your customer, bring them to you, and achieve success. So that's a wrap. I wish you the greatest of success. Have a great rest of your day.
If you're ready to Zoom your business and Zoom your life, then don't let the end of this episode be the end of your journey. Visit socialzoomfactor.com/Zoom for incredible free resources and guides. And be sure to join the Social Zoom Factor mailing list so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time on Social Zoom Factor.